Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't even tested like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. The topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Love and Marriage DC Reunion Part 2, which happened this past Sunday. It continued where it left off last Sunday, where Carlos was asking Winter, did she have any proof or any evidence or any receipts of Jamie and Quick cheating on their wives? And Winter said she did have receipts. When he asked her the question, she said yes, that she did have receipts and stuff like that. And then Carlos asked her what in what form of the receipts, and she said the receipts that she has was pictures and text messages and DMs and stuff like that. And so Ashely quickly jumped in and said, "Well, where's the proof? Show the proof. Show the proof." And so Winter said that what it is, she did not want to reveal the truth or divulge the truth because she didn't want to she did because some of the stuff that was sent to her had stuff that was concerning Jamie and Arena's family, and she was saying that she even sent Ashely and Arena some of the text messages that people were sending her, and then Ashely chimed in and said, "We get messages and DM all the time, and stuff like that." And then Jamie jumped in and said, "Yeah, people always gonna be DMing us and telling Raina stuff about what I'm doing and stuff, and texting her and email and stuff. Why you don't want to show the proof?" And then so Ashely and Quick said, she ain't got no proof. She lied. She lied. She said no. She said no. I'm not lying. I just don't want to divulge the information right now. And so, Carlos asked her, "Well, what did the persons do you have with the pictures?" She said, "No, I'm not going to show the pictures. I'm not gonna do any of that." And then so Quick and Ashely started calling her a liar, started calling out her name and stuff. And then Gwyneth said, "Well, y'all gonna let me talk? Y'all gonna let me talk?" And then she said, "Ashely, you were talking about me, and my marriage to Kevin from episode 1. I didn't even know you did. I didn't have nothing to do with you. But the way you came at me and my partner and stuff." And then Winter said, "No, Ashely, you started stuff with me first." Ashely showed did. It's like from jump, Ashely had something against Winter. And I was saying, wait a minute, Winter ain't been on here but one little time. But like Winter said, it was like that, I don't know, the mean girl thing, whatever was coming out. And then they said that they didn't think she had no evidence. And then Jamie said, yes, she was lying. And then Winter said, well, the person, and then Quick said, well, I know who told you this. It's this man that she dated, some man she liked. She said, no, it's not him. And then she said, well, the person who told me this said that said that they worked at the club, and they was at the club that night that you was at the club, Quick. And then Ashely chimed in and said, well, what if that's the event that you talking about? I was only a few feet away from Quick, and Quick was always taking pictures with people and smiling, and I was even pouring people drinks, and and nothing like that happened while I was there. So whoever told you that is lying is lying. And Quick jumped up and said, yeah, they lying too. But you could tell Quick was trying to hold his peace because he had got so much backlash and flash from part 1 of the reunion when he was acting so aggressively toward Winter. And so after that, what you call said the same thing. Jamie said, I don't think she got no proof. She is making up stuff. She said, no, I'm not making up nothing. And then Carlos said, well, Winter, I gotta ask you this question. He said, it's not fair to the men that you won't release your receipts or divulge the information that you have. He said, "Do you understand that?" She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah." She said, "Yeah, I understand that." She said, "But I just didn't want to divulge give people personal information because it has stuff to do with other stuff." And then so he said, "Well, why you don't want to?" She said it had something concerning, like I said, and she said, "I already sent Raina the text messages and stuff." And Raina said, "Yeah, I got your text message, but I didn't look at it. I blocked you because you kept on doing that stuff." And then so Ashley said, "Yeah, you tried to break up my marriage on the show and stuff like that." And so Carlos King chimed in and said, "Well, I always tell couples when they get on reality TV shows that reality TV shows do not break up marriages if the marriages are strong. If the marriages is already weak, well then it might fall apart." And then Jamie said, "Well, we are strong." And then quick time, we are strong over here too. Me and Ashley strong over here. And then Carlos King chimed in again. He said, "Well, Winner, thank you for your part. Thank you for your part in the show. Are you all right?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "Thank you for your part in the show, and thank you for coming on the interview. Thank you for coming on the thank you for coming on the stage and talking with us and giving your opinion." And so Winner left, and then next thing you know, it switched to the scene where Jayson and Little Jamie were coming on the stage, and they walked on the stage, and Carlos asked. Little asked Jayson, how do he feel about being the breakout star of the show on the show? He said, "Yeah, I got 2,000 Instagram followers." He said, "Yeah, people like me." He said, "Yeah, you was the breakout star. People really like you. People really like your story." And he said, "Jayson, what are you doing now?" He said, "Well, I'm still going to school, and I'm glad that I'm glad that Doris finally accepted me." Because he said, "Yeah, because you said you wanted to move away from your parents, be independent." He said, "Yeah, I want to get out of the house. I want to get out of the house." It was so cute. It was so cute when Jayson was talking and stuff, and they had him fixed up so good, and that suit was nice and everything. He looked so handsome. But anyway, he said, "Well, what else you want to do?" He said, "I still want to work for Apple. I still want to work for Apple." And Carlos King said, "Well, I'm going to try to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can try to. I'm going to try to work on that for you." See way. He said, "Anybody that see this, that's Big Jamie. Said anybody that see this video, y'all please put in a word for my son Jayson. He want to work with Apple." He said, "What you want to do with Apple?" He said, "Well, I want to teach people with disabilities like me how to work the phones and Apples. I'm real good with phones and computers." And then Jamie chimed in and said, "Oh, yeah, he's very smart, very smart." And they were saying, "Yeah." And then he said, "What about you, little Jamie? What's going on with you in your court case?" And then little Jamie said, "Well, I don't think I'm gonna get no jail time, but the judge said if I keep on working and doing the same thing that I'm doing and stay out of trouble, my case could go good." And then Big Jamie said, "Yeah." Big Jamie said, "Yeah, we had to really work on that, but so far he's doing good." And then said, "What about the relationship with your father?" And then little Jamie said, "Well, because of this show, the relationship with me and my father is much better than what it was when we were not on the show." And he was saying, "Yeah, that's a good thing." He said, "Well, y'all having a good time?" And then Jayson said, "Yeah, but it's been long." He said, "Well, I ain't gonna keep it too much longer." And then so they Carlos thanked Jayson and Lil Jamie for their contributions in the reunion. And then after that they went to after that he asked Arena, how was everything going years back and stuff. And Arena said that both of them had 9 to 5 jobs, and she had to leave work early to take Jayson to school and also to learn Braille. She did a little bit more than what you call did, and then Big Jamie chimed in and said, "Raina, you know what the type of work that I do. I just couldn't jump up and leave my job anytime I want to and stuff like that." He said, "So I figured you were saying." He said, "Why are you bringing this up? This is almost 20 years ago. 20 years ago." She said, "I'm just letting people know how I feel. And then Monique chimed in and say, "Well, that's the same thing me and Chris was. That's the same thing. That's the same thing me and Chris was going through on the show. Well, you know, what Chris felt like because he was providing for the house financially and stuff. He wasn't doing anything emotionally and opening up. And she said, well, evidently, Raina still it's still affecting Raina. She's talking about it 20 years later. And then Quick said, well, I agree with Monique. It's something, Jamie, you need to kind of open up and listen and listen to her, Randy. You know, it was hard for me to do that too with Ashely, but I finally opened up to some stuff. And he said, well, I don't like it. And then Carlos said, well, yeah, I can see from the look on your face. He said, I don't like the narrative that she putting out that I didn't do no helping around the house. He said, I did do stuff around the house. He said, like I said, my job, what you call it, I don't like that. And then Carlos King said, well, we're finna take a break. And then while they was walking on their way in the hallway in the break room, Chris and Monique was telling Big Jamie, he said, Jamie, calm down, calm down, calm down. You know, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be all right. Monique said, yeah, just go and let us pick up a piece and ride out. Big Jamie was shaking his head like he was gonna do it. As soon as Monique and Chris walked in their dressing room, he walked in her dressing room. He said, Raina, why you keep bringing this up? I thought all this was over with. She said, I'm just telling everybody how I feel. You making me look bad on TV, making me look bad TV on a TV show. And she said, well, nah, I did say some good things about you. He said, but you also said some bad things about me too. I don't like you saying it. If you keep on talking like that, things gonna go left. She said, what? Things gonna go left. And so next thing you know, I guess the audience and the producers heard about it. And then Carlos King came back and said, well, I heard there was a conversation in the dressing room about Jamie not liking what you said, and things might get out of hand. But Carlos said, but Jamie, Arena's just telling her side of the story and stuff like that. He said, Arena, do you want to? And she said, yeah. And then he said, well, Jamie, what makes you mad? He said, she keep on bringing up this stuff. This 20 years ago, bringing up stuff. Well, Jamie, she just telling you how I feel, and maybe you need to just listen to her point of view, because evidently it's affecting her. And then the next thing you know, Carlos said, it's gonna be all right, it's gonna be all right. And Carlos said, well, I thank y'all for season 1, for making the show what it is. He said, I know y'all was under a lot of pressure because y'all had to come behind Love and Marriage Huntsville, but y'all did a great job for season 1. Hopefully there's a season 2, and then they all had a toast and they saluted each other, and then Chris said, where's Winner? And then Quick said, come on now, Chris, you got to come on. And so what it was, the show ended after that. I have to agree, season 1 was a real good show, and stuff like that, but it's not Winner's fault that Winner became the breakout stars. To me, there were three breakout stars that I think people didn't realize or didn't accept, or didn't think they were going to be breakout stars. Winners was one of them. Jayson and Little Jamie were two people that people can relate to, because somebody always has like a relative or a cousin that's in trouble with the law or something. You always have somebody in the family that has some type of disability and stuff like that. So Jamie and Arena's family, they really could have a show by themselves, because they have so many different dynamics. But anyway, all in all, the show was good. I'd give the show an A+, because they had a lot of pressure. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.